Alright, welcome to the Red Bull Ring Austrian Grand Prix for F2 round 6. I've been pulled in last minute to take over commentary from Gexy. I know little to nothing about F2, but from Wikipedia, happy days. I understand it's a one-shot qualifying followed by race, then a sprint. What's the standings like? Really? Billy leading the standings? Oh, good lord. Someone's obviously got to take him out of that. Who should we go on board with for the one shot? I suppose as Sem is Austrian, we should go with Sem. It doesn't even look like he's qualifying. Oh no. Bogrovsky's spun out. Sem leading up the rear. Actually Sem making a massive jump. It seems like Wesley is having the best start. Not Wesley. How do you commentate on this one-shot qualifying? You can't. Josh is in the lead. Wesley's in the lead. ALL Denise. Josh. We'll just stay on board with Wesley. He seems consistent in the top 3. But no, Billy in the top position, so obviously the rest of you guys need to pull your finger out and get him to the top. Josh sitting in second, only 21 points behind. Then Philip in third, Bogorovsky in fourth. Blimey Bogorovsky, where's that form come from? And you got Phil McConaughey on 78 just behind. And you got Denise on 65, Sem on 56, Berardino 37, Fretty on 34. Oh Fretty, how you fallen. And Wesley top of the top 10 with 18 in the car. Oh, Wesley's been disqualified, happy days. So Josh qualifying for P1. I'm going to call him GI. Qualifying P2, but missed the rest of them. We'll go through the standings in a sec. So Josh and GI having out the front row, and you got Sem and Denise in the second row, Philip and McConaughey in row 3, Billy and Stephen in row 4, Fretty and Gexy in row 5, Fifi and Nika in row 6, Skippy and Bagpuss row 7, and holding up the rear is Bogorovsky and Wesley. Happy days. Three seconds off the pace, Bagpuss. God, what'd you do? Go around backwards? The phone was silent. Right, as we wait for all these dodgy so-and-sos sorting out their setups and loading in with their dodgy connections or their neighbours' dodgy connections. No idea what the weather's like. Don't think anyone's told me. Let's see if... there's no point. We're going to see it in a second anyway. So Josh, who was leading the front row, decides to disqualify from the back. And I believe this is just a warm-up formation. That I'm assuming they have them in F2. Let's get that already. Position changes. Yeah, get all that. Oh no, Josh is P1. Happy days. Doing really well here. So I know nothing of these races. Well, I know a few. I know Josh is quite quick. I know Sem's very quick. I know Philip is very good in F4. McConaughey, I think, is in F3. It's Billy. Well, we'll leave that. It's Billy. Dr. Stephen, a very good racer in F4. Fretty, I do believe he's in F5, one of the back runners. DMS Gexy, I do believe he's F2. Fifi, F4. Nika, again I want to say F2. Skippy Online is F4. Bagpuss, well, he's F4. Bogorovsky F4, and Wesley, I think he's F2. but that means nothing in this league. Be interesting to see, because 8th is going to be a coveted position and 9th is going to be the most unwanted position to finish on, because whoever finishes 8th starts first on the sprint, which I think is 5 to 7 laps. I can only assume, depending on the length of the circuit and how many laps they're doing in this race here. They're all lining up now, just waiting for the last ones to, waiting for Wesley to bring up the rear. A yellow flag in sector 3 before the race starts. That's always a good start, good shout. And off they go. Josh gets a good getaway, as does GI. 7 gets a bit of a slow getaway, but doesn't seem to be catching anything. So turn 1 is going to be the interesting one. A lot running wide there, but it looks relatively clean. I think Skippy has just gone right to the back there, taking it nice and easy. Back push gaining a position. No massive winners there, but Dr. Stephen dropping 3, Nico gaining 2. Ooh, as that was Fretty being pushed wide there, not too sure by who. But as he comes back on, he gives someone a bit of the rough and tumble there. And Bogorovsky seems to have had a bit of collision there as well. So 10 laps of pure chaos as Denise tries to go to the inside of Sem. Oh, that's a bit naughty, Sem. That's a little bit naughty. Alright, it's hard to keep on top of this all. So Fifi getting right on the gearbox of Fretty there. Fretty looks like he's got wing damage, so yeah, it looks like it actually looks alright. Ignore me. Wesley making a massive 5 places, Bagpuss making 2, Bogorovsky making 2, Nick having a really good start going up 5 places, 6 places now, just as he overtakes Gexig into the turn 9 and 10. McConaughey having a good start to the race there in P5. Go Gexig. As we just come up to it's Billy right on the back of McConaughey. Is he going to be able to make the move? As he goes to the racing line, McConaughey stays defensive. Whoa, McConaughey just keeps the position just. But I think Billy gets a better exit coming out of turn 2. 3, I think that is 3. Dr. Stephen and Wesley having a nice little battle coming down the back straight there. Dr. Stephen just making the move. Oh, a bit of tyre rubbing there. And Wesley makes the move stick going into the 3rd sector. Nika making a nice little move there down the inside going into turn 5, I do believe. So come through now turn 6. And obviously DRS will be activated after this, but this is the closest battle we've got here at the moment. There's a yellow flag, I don't know who's gone off. Looks like Skippy's gone off. Yeah, 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. As Gexig's going defensively into turn 9, as he's got Freddy right behind him. Now Freddy going to the inside, Gexig staying on the actual racing line. Looked like Freddy there just had a bit of a lock up. This is where DRS is going to be massive. So Gexig gets a position on Nika. And it's going to be 3 wide going into turn 3. Or 2 wide. Oh, Freddy's just been touched by the back end of Wesley there. And oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, it's all going on now. Who's that? Phillips out. Dr. Stephen, massive damage. Skippy miles back. Freddy resetting back to the track, and Philip is the one that has suffered the most from that. There should be a safety car, and Skippy's managed to jump through on Freddy to get P14. Oh, as Bagpuss goes pretty hard into that turn 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, whatever the turns are. But at the front, Billy coming around to turn 8. turn 9 and turn 10. Going to be on the gearbox of Denise. But behind him he's got McConaughey. And Josh is retired from this session. Qualifying pole to be in dead. Fretty getting a 10-second time penalty. Told you it was in F5. Well, it's Billy. He's looking to maybe make a move. He's gone to the outside. And Denise has taken a defensive line. Billy will have DRS going into this back straight here. Nick has made a relatively easy pass there. Billy again, Denise, and the wife sneezing. Billy going on the outside, Denise going on the inside. Side by side, going through this section. And not paid attention whatsoever. But Billy's made the position stick free in P3. But Denise is right on his back end. 7 getting closer to GI. And GI's having a good little solid race there. The question is now, will Billy come under attack from Denise? Denise does seem pretty pacey, but DRS is quite a strong little thing around here. As I do believe that is Fretty who's ghosted. Sam not looking to make the move there, but we've got Denise right on the back end of Billy. Billy taking every line he wants, but Denise dives to the inside, should be able to just kick it in there. He's going to have DRS, he's going to have the better traction there. He's obviously going to make the move stick. Just telling Billy to move over a little bit. Yep, you'll soon find out Denise, Billy wants all the road and the track extensions as well. But Billy could be under attack from McConaughey, who is just behind, maybe just biding his time. And Wesley and Nico going side by side, coming into turn 6. Well, now into turn 6. And makes that move stick. Bagpuss driving on his own. And everyone else sort of just here, there and everywhere. Sim getting a better line through there. Coming into turn 10. Onto the start-finish straight. Again, maybe just biding his time. Let's have a look. What's he got on there? So they're all on a super soft bar Wesley, so Wesley's got the advantage here. And McConaughey's gone into the pits, so he's coming quite early. Oh, Billy just gives Denise a bit of a nudge there. A little bit naughty, you'll find that out, Denise. He wants all the track and more, and I do believe someone has just gone sideways, but I don't know who that was. Billy went for the outside, done the ship, but Sem's made a move for the overtake on the back straight, come up to the turn 4. And GI just goes into the back of Sim, hopefully he's got no wing damage. We'll soon find out. Turn 5. Billy all over the back of Denise as well. Is he going to send one up into turn 6? Nope. This does mean no. Bagpuss has moved up into P6, 7, making up 7 places, as is Bogorowski making up 7 places. But Wesley on the slower tyres officially has actually made up a lot of places there. But Sem's coming into the pits now, chucking a bit of new rubber. GI will take the lead. Will the undercut prove fruitful? Billy all over the back of Denise. Not going to make a move here. Bit of a slow getaway there. But with DRS, it shouldn't prove a problem. Sem serving his time penalty. Whoa, what was that for? Must have been serving a time penalty. BP's come in. Oh, so Billy still trying to make the move on Denise. Denise who's in provisional P2 at the moment. Denise taking the inside line. Billy's going to try and do the switchback, but Denise goes very wide going through turn 4. And Billy takes the position quite easily. Now can Denise attack on the back? There's no other fights really happening at the moment. keep an eye, but Wesley's not too far behind. But I tell you what, Wesley could be a massive winner here because he's going to be able to go on the softer tyre near the end of the race. And Denise seems a bit laggy here, so oh, yeah, both going to the pit lane. I'm going to get off him because that's just my nutting. Alright, as Wesley will take provisional P2 and GI staying out for another lap. He's going for the overcut. See how fruitful it's going to be. He's got to get back in front of Sem. But it seems like Sem had a bit of a time penalty, so I can't imagine there's going to be too much of an issue there. I forget, F2 pit stops aren't as quick as F1s, they've only got one person. There we go, happy days. So as everyone comes out, ALO the knees, gets ahead of Billy again. So Billy going in before Denise, but gets gets the overtake in the pit lane. And as Sem comes up to P4 now, you've really got to make the time up. So maybe you didn't have to serve a penalty, maybe just a slow pit stop. Bogorovsky's coming. Everyone's coming. Fifi, less than seconds behind Bagpuss. You've got the battle of Billy and Denise, but Denise seems to have made up a lot of time on Sem. He was only half a second up the road. And Sem seems to be making a lot of time up on McConaughey. And as GI comes into the pit, we'll just stay on board with the closest battle. Fifi coming onto Bagpuss, coming to turn 4. Taking the race in line, but it does seem like Fifi gets a much better exit. Bagpuss seems very tentative. Going into turn 6, Fifi looking for more of an aggressive line. Can't reach to the point of overtaking there, you might as well just sit behind him, let him know you're there. You know, give him a little smile, but Bagpuss goes for a little bit wide going through turn 7. And Wesley takes provisional lead, but oh, there's been a double stacking. So Dr. Stevens coming. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of time there. A hell of a lot of time. So GI is going to be coming out quite far back now. So Sem's made the move. Bagpuss defending from VP. Trying to break the toe. VP toe drops down into second. Bit of a low gear, but we'll see how it's going. It's Billy and Denise fighting again. Oh, and GI has come out in P10. So the undercut, absolutely not worth it. Wesley's still got to come in, but oh, Sem's dived on the inside going into turn 4. And the McConaughey's just let him have it. And I think Sem's just going to go on the charge to try and reduce that time to about 20. Well, I think if Wesley fits in now, I think he's going to be coming out of that P3, P4, barring any penalties. It's Billy all over the back of the knees. This is going to be a fight that's going to last all race, I do believe. Fifi not making any inroads on Bagpuss. Bagpuss seems to be driving quite solidly there. Fifi seems to be driving quite tentatively, but afraid to put his foot down. So McConaughey, after being overtaken by Sem, is he going to launch another attack? He's not quite close enough. Billy's not quite close enough to Denise, but Denise does seem to be having a bit of a lagging problem. Might be worthwhile to notice that to the moderators of F2. Fifi dropping time back from Bagpuss. Bagpuss managed to pull away, but not catching Gexy. Gexy's debut race, not doing too badly there. Billy getting as much of the toe he possibly can, and he's just coming over, still taking the defensive line. And he lags his way ahead. Now I know Billy quite well. He's just going to send one. You know he's just going to send it. It's really tight. Don't want to be hitting anyone there. Who else is there? I don't really like giving screen time to Billy, but you know we'll give it to him as he's the closest one. So he's coming to turn 9, both taking a... I understand F2 cars aren't as powerful and I know their traction's a bit crap, but it seems rather slow. Dr. Stephen just ghosting away from everyone else. Now Fifi less than half a second. Now this could be a good time to attack. If he can stay within half a second going to turn 1, he should be able to get a good bit of tone. As long as he gets a good exit, there's no point going for an aggressive line through there. Just focus on your line. Get out of turn 1 and focus on your exit. You've lost yourself 2 attempts there, Fifi. Just be patient. Stay on the racing line. All you're doing is just dropping time, Fifi. Stay on the racing line, wait until you've actually got the overtake, save yourself a bit of fuel. Oh, or wait for the second backwards locking up and down the front right. Now Fifi's right at the back there, he's made up 4 attempts. Just having a look, GI is coming up to the back of Nika. Backwards can go quite wide through turn 7. Turn 8, but still managed to keep a good half-second distance there. Billy doesn't seem to be making any inroads. I think he's just holding back. Only 8 laps to go, so you've really got to start pushing it now. And GI coming on the back of Nico, who just locked up on his front right. Locked up again. And Nico's obviously must be going defensive. Nope. Oh. Nika's giving him the squeeze, but GI just keeps it in there. Makes the over move stick. Oh, was that a bit of contact? I think there might have been a bit of contact. Nika's just spun off there. But I think it'll be more Nika's fault than anyone else's. And it does look like he's taken a bit of the brake markers with him. Now Fifi got a really good charge here. Within a 10th. This is where you stick one down the inside. Fifi goes on the inside into turn 4. Bit of tyre rub in there. But Fifi makes the move stick. On the inside, nice and clean, going into turn 6. I know what backwards excuse is going to be. I haven't had time to practice. But no, it was a very good move by Fifi. Let them backwards get back on top of him and make a move. And these are really good last 2 corners. Get through there nice and clean with a bit of speed. Not a corner cut. He drops down to half a second. Interesting bit of the race is going to be, where is Wesley going to come out and when's he going to pit? That is the question. I can imagine he's going to pit around lap 14, 15. And, oh, Billy, he's on the back of the knees, but then I think McConaughey's had a bit of a to do somewhere because he's lost a heck of a lot of time with the knees. The knees is looking at the attack, but I think he's just going to wait. And Billy just on the back end of this, but if these two battle, this will be beneficial to Billy. Maybe save a bit of fuel. I don't even know if F2 cars can save fuel. Line up the move properly. Bit of weaving around there. And he's all over the back of McConaughey. He's going to get DRS, but he's not going to really want to take it. He wants to get as close as he can, come to turn 1, and then he'll want to use a DRS coming up the main straight. So McConaughey braking quite hard there. Tell you what, Denise gets a much better run. Oh, Wesley's coming to pit, and Wesley's come out of 5th, but only just behind it's Billy. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fresher, faster tyres, and only about 6 seconds behind the leader. But as Denise goes on the outside, McConaughey defends the inside very close, touching the sideboards of each other with their wheels, giving himself a little love kiss, but it gives chance for Billy to come through on the inside and get that P3. Oh, it's almost going 3 wide there, but Billy trying to go around the outside, but he's going to leave himself open to the attack from McConaughey. He could potentially go on the inside, but the knees makes it stick. Billy will get some P3, and Wesley has made a move on McConaughey as well. McConaughey must have had a really bad exit. Will not put his foot down. Backfoot still trying to catch up with Fifi. There is no other real fights going around at the moment. Wesley right in the back of Billy. He's obviously going to try and get her on the DRS straight. Getting really good good exit there, a much better exit than Billy. Billy's just going to have to sit there and watch him be overtaken. He's going to have the inside line, so he's going to have the preferred line. The question is, can Billy race clean? And by looks of things, he can. Now Wesley needs to make the most of these super soft tyres. He needs to get the move on the knees done as quick as he possibly can to give him enough chance and opportunity to challenge Sem for P1. As the knees goes very deep into turn 3. Oh, and it looks like Fifi and Bagpuss have come together. I've missed that completely. So they're dropping down. Looks like Bagpuss got the better end of that one. He must have clipped Fifi in hopes there, but anyway, we're going back up to the top battle for P2, essentially. The more this is better, the more it's suiting Sem. Sem can just carry on with his race. He's 6 seconds ahead. Wesley, with the better tyres, needs to get past the knees as quick as he possibly can. Otherwise, he's just going to be... Oh, there we go, a lovely move just because of the DRS straight and the start-finish straight. The question is, will Bagpuss or Fifi be coming into the pits to get a new wing? Let's have a look. No damage there. Give me a better view. No, they're not going into the pits, so they couldn't have sustained any damage. I mean, just a bit of a to do. I'll tell you what though, the knees on the back of Wesley. Wesley taking 3 attempts out of Sem's time. Now and again, another yellow flag in sector 1. Fifi's done it. He's binned it. He's binned it, and that's a good night from Fifi. So Bagpuss in the prime position at the moment. He will be P1 in the sprint race. But as you can see, he's got his bulldozer attachment attached to the front of his car. So watch out, ladies. Denise sort of losing is losing time to Wesley now, and Billy might be catching ever so slightly. And McConaughey just behind. So there we go. Denise is now out of DRS range of Wesley. So that's going to free up a bit of pressure, but you can see Wesley is in that lap. He's made up nearly a second on Sem, but with only 4 laps to go, he's got to make up about a second and a half to have any chance. So he needs to be at 4.3 when he crosses the start finish straight. But Sem, he's just had a nice clean race there. This Billy is looking to maybe try and challenge for P3, get a podium position. Going to have DRS coming out of turn 4, turn 3, like that, turn 3. But it doesn't seem like he's making any inroads. There's no other close battle at the moment, so we're going to stay on board with Denise, Prince Billy and McConaughey. We'll keep on board with Wesley as well, because he needs to be down to about 4.5 seconds by the end of the lap to have any chance of catching Sem. If he doesn't, the chances are it's Sem's race to lose. If Sem doesn't have a spin or has a slow lap, that will be all down to him, and maybe he can open the door for Wesley. They're saying that Wesley's just taken out a huge chunk of time just going through the final sector. And McConaughey and Billy and Denise all going to get DRS at each other. Denise is going to be the one vulnerable here. He's not got DRS. I think the smart option here would be just to wait till one of the last couple of laps, maybe lap 19, 20, save him as much fuel, chuck it into Rich, and then overtake, because Denise, I can only assume, he's going to be using all his fuel up to defend like a madman. But he's having a sniff up the inside, brakes really light and goes really deep. And that is why we call him Billy the Bulldozer. Billy the Bulldozer. McConaughey should have really capitalised on that, because that was a really poor move by Billy. He had no chance of braking at any point there. And one thing I have failed to mention as well, penalties as well. So penalties will be an interesting one. But Sem's not usually one to get penalties in the commentary in F1. Wesley I'm unsure of. Denise again unsure. Billy, well, he was the reason that the corner cut was invented. So here we go, back on start finish straight. Billy not really getting closer, but McConaughey, he's starting to get a bit more of the toe now, down to 3/10 as he's going to turn 1. Needs a good exit here. Oh, not the best exit, not the best exit at all. But it does seem like Billy has got a semi-decent exit. Come up to turn 3. Denise goes to the inside. Billy the bulldozer gives him a little tap, love tap there. Hello Denise, I'm here. But Billy does seem like he's got a good run. He's got. Oh, there's a yellow flag in sector 2. Don't know who for though. Can't see it, but Billy, he's on the outside going through turn 6. Denise defends well. Skippy staying well out of the way there. That's very good sportsmanship from Skippy. Now Billy's got a really good run here. Maybe looking to make a dive up the inside. You can't really make an overtake here unless you've got balls of steel, and unfortunately Billy, I don't think you've got it. But this is an opportunity now. He's 2 tenths behind. Me personally, I'd just sit behind here. It's the last lap of the race. Oh, and that is just foolish. That is, I'll tell you what, Billy, that was foolish. And I'll tell you what, that is all your fault. All your fault, mate, and you deserve P5. With McConaughey, who's just been very patient, waiting for his moment, and the moment has come. I suppose if you're sitting in front of Billy, you know something's going to happen on the last lap. He's panicked, and yeah, ultimately cost himself and Denise a podium position. Him or Denise. So, but McConaughey's going to be the one that's going to profit out of all of this, and 2 right 2 as well, as he's done really well there. And yeah, I mean Wesley, driver of the day there, but comes from last place to get P2. Yep, no, kitchen mofo, mate. Really, just absolutely ridiculous. Another good drive from McConaughey. Sam, very good drive. Come up 2 places. It's Billy has managed to push 2 people off the track. DMS Gexy on his debut race, started from P10, getting P6. So well done to him. This is obviously 5 penalties. GI, bad pit strategy, double stacked, unlucky in that he was racing pretty well. And based on penalties, yep, it doesn't look like anything there. Bagpuss might be finishing, well, he will be finishing 8th, depending on if he's got any penalties. Nick will be finishing P9, Bogorowski P10. So it looks like Bagpuss is going to get the pole position for the sprint race. Oh, and it looks like Denise has got penalties, so Billy gets promoted to P4. Happy days. And as GI just crosses the line, Bagpuss comes up to the start finish straight, and now unless he's got 7 seconds worth or more worth of penalties, he will be starting on pole for the sprint. Nika will be coming along to claim 2 points, and Bogorowski, as long as there's no penalties, will come in to claim the last point. So, bit of an interesting one there. I mean, I don't know what, some good racing there, but I don't know. I just questioned the yeah, I questioned the decision making. I mean, Billy panicked on the last lap. You know, going on the inside. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could have got a better toe and you could have made a more of an attacking line. And even then, after that, you've got another DRS straight to go through as well. So, poor decision making by Billy, which has ultimately ruined Denise's race. But no, I'm with you, Denise, mate. I do feel that Billy did take you out there. I don't think there was enough space. But there we go, there's the final standings. Sem and Wesley, P1 and 2. And Phil McConaughey, deservedly so, on P3, finishing off the podium. And the Carling, so Carling's scoring very well this weekend. Billy the Bulldozer, finishing P4, only by the premise of penalties. Denise in P5, unluckily not to get a podium. DMS actually good start for his debut race, finishing P6. GIGS, I'm just going to call you GI, finishing P7, unlucky with the pit strategy. Bagpuss coming up from 3:14, so gaining 6 places. He will be starting first in the sprint. Nika and Bogorowski finishing at the top 10. Fretty, the F5 back runner. Come on, when you want to see something special out of there. So we shall see. What happens in the sprint? Just wait for all these guys to load up. So as they go through another, I can only assume this is a formation lap. So Bagpush leading the way. Billy the Bulldozer, absolutely. The SMJT and Kitchen Mofo. Let's see how he does. Let's see how many people he can bulldozer past in the first lap. So come on, for the people that are watching, out of the 4 people in front of him, how many is he going to take out? My guess is on 6. I reckon he's going to take 6 of the top 4 out. Be interesting to see. But Bagpuss is a good personal friend of mine, so obviously I want him to do nothing but fail. So don't root for Bagpuss. Bagpuss is not the way forward. What you want to do is because if he does spin, he will be berated. He will be told how much of a sausage he is, but in a more explicit way, but in a private manner. I'll be ringing him up and going, "Oh, Bagpush, yeah," and I'll just leave the rest up to your imagination. Oh, we've got to do this again. Bloody hell. Right, okay. Right, so as we go now, waiting for the 5 red lights. 3, 4, 5, and Bagpush cocks it. I'll tell you what, GI's got a very good getaway there. He's going to go on the inside of Bagpush. Bagpush just needs to just keep it on. A lot of position changes behind, but we're going to follow down. Oh, and Bagpush, he's gone. He's spun it. He's done it. He's gone. He's gone from P1 down to P15. I'll tell you what, that's impressive. And I'll tell you what, I think that is just GIS as well. He has just got a tank slapper and he has just been absolutely ruined there. It's Billy still in P5. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be hard. McConaughey coming up on the outside of Sem going defensively into turn 3. But then saying that, Gexy is challenging for the knees, and there is a yellow flag. Not too sure what has happened. Philip has gone wide again. Skippy has gone wide. Bagpuss has gone down 12 positions. Bagpuss, I'm going to berate you, mate. Honestly, what happened? Right, so now the carnage is done. Josh has been the best one there, going up 7 places. Wesley going up 3 places. So I'll tell you what, could this be a double podium for Wesley? Denise hasn't got Billy behind him, so he should be alright. GIJS, who should have got a good result last time, but due to poor pit strategy, did not get it. Can Sam make a double podium as we all come up to turn 1? 14 laps in this sprint one. Well, that's going to be happy days. Right, as Billy just sits behind there, waiting for everyone else. Wesley gives Gexy a bit of a love tap there, and just gets ahead. Gexy's coming back again, but we've got Billy behind, so watch out, Gexy, watch your backside. Just remember, Billy wants all the track and more. I'm never going to be asked to commentate F2 again. I do believe F2 is one of the moderators. So yeah, let's just mug him off a little bit more, shall we? Wesley making up 4 places. They're doing really well. And Bagpuss, he's done really well. He's going to go straight into the pits, chuck on the harder tyre now, I do believe. The softer tyre, and hope to get to the end of it. Right, happy days. Alright, so where are we going? Right, so Sem, the winner from the actual race itself, now coming at the back end. Do you know what? Sometimes I just dislike these views. McConaughey is on the back end of Sem. Sem is looking up on the inside of Billy, but I'll tell you what, Philip McConaughey is right on the backside. I think it's going to be a nice little battle here. And he's hoping to rectify a P5 that when he should have had a podium. Is Billy quite content? I tell you what a dive by McConaughey. That's it, mate. You go for it. You send Billy to the destination F, as the great Aussie man said. Well, what a dive by McConaughey, but I think he's suffered some major damage there. I don't think he realised that cars are actually real. As he's on the battle with Sem and P8 just dropped a couple of positions now. Needs to keep ahead. We've got Fretty behind. But Josh is right on the back end, who's had an amazing start to this race, making up 9 positions. Can he make up magic number 10? As we are going to get DRS now, I do believe. Unless that's deactivated for sprint, I don't know the F2 rules. Yep, DRS is coming. Right, Billy taking the racing line, or we like to call that the Billy line. And Josh makes a lovely overtake there, but Billy's going to be right on the back again. One of the two have got a DRS. Go on, open up. Three wide going to turn, well, 2 wide going to turn 3. Josh makes the move stick and gets the better entry. Billy just trying. McConaughey overtakes Sem. Sem seems to be struggling quite a bit as he got damaged, as something we've not seen. But Josh has made up the 10th position on Billy. Billy's got the DRS coming into turn 4. I'll get the turns right. Oh, and there is a car off, and Wesley, he's well and truly done it now. He's definitely cooked it. So he's dropped all the way down to P12 after having a magnificent drive in the actual race itself. Don't think he's going to be too upset. P2 and potentially P DNF. It's Billy again. My God, he's entertaining. But then again, Pastor Maldonado was an entertaining driver to watch, but he never really finished much. McConaughey on the back end, and we know McConaughey likes to throw it on the inside. And he gets a really good exit coming out of turn 10 there. Going to have DRS, he's going to go to the outside, keeping to the racing line. Billy going a little bit defensive. Really just taking it. See, now that's how you should have taken it last time, Billy. Now Billy's going to be under attack, but McConaughey and Sem is right behind him, P7. Wesley's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane, so well done to that one. As McConaughey throws it up on the inside going to turn 3. And he's going to be pushing Sem a little bit wider, but Sem's got a really good exit there. Doing really well there. Oh, just locking up the front there, front right. McConaughey going a bit deep. He's going to be vulnerable to the overtake from the inside of Sem. Sem's going to have the preferred line going through turn 6. Phil just saying, "Oi, don't you take my position." Yes, son of a squid. And yeah. Well, as Bagpuss has left the session, I'm going to invite him to the party. So let's invite him in and let's see what he's got to say for himself. I do apologise, I know we must be missing a lot of good racing here, but nothing would be better for anyone that's listening in the chat to actually tell him how much of a sausage he actually is. Right. let's go. So it's, oh, there we go, McConaughey. He's not happy just trying to make like dive bombs. He's happy just crashing into the bloody turn one. What a crash! Come on, McConaughey, you show them barriers who's boss. It's Billy's clutching up the back of DMS Gexy. Gexy got his debut race. Has a good start at P6, now in P4, I do believe. So let's stay on board with him. Let's see how he's doing well. Josh, he's a machine. He's an absolute machine. 12 places made. Go on, Josh. Show him what it's all about. Get that P1. Get those 15 points. Where's the next battle going to be? It's going to be between these three, but we're going to stay on board with Josh because we've not seen much of Josh. We've seen plenty of the knees, so well, I think he's had enough of. I think he's seen enough of Billy anyway. I think he'll be quite happy to see a car that isn't red and white and going to push him all over. As Josh gets a really good exit coming out of turn 10. But he's very good defensive driving. Goes defensively. Josh goes on the outside, makes the move stick. I do believe he's going to have DRS. No, he's not going to have DRS. That has gone to Denise. So Denise has got a chance to attack straight back. Billy's made the move on DMS Gexy. Come on, Gexy. And just basically looking to make the move 6. Sem has gone past Gexy as well. Gexy dropping 2 positions. Whoa, Billy's almost lost it there going into turn 3. But I know Billy runs with full traction control, automatic gears and assisted braking as well. So yeah, the only way he's going to spin that car is if he holds his controller to the right. And Denise has made a move on the Josh as well. So well done to Denise. Come on, son. That's some good impressive racing. Only thing is, you know, you need to try and catch. If you want to try and win this race, my friend, you've got to try and catch up to GIGS. You know he's a good little racer, but just need to try and make inroads there. Gexy dropped 3 places. Fretty all over the back of Gexy, so could he be losing another place to Fretty? Fretty, one of the moderators and the admins for RLH. Can he do it clean? That's the question. No pressure, Fretty. No commentator's curse here. But we'll go back to Josh, just diving up on the inside of turn 1 there. Nice little move there, but he's good. Oh, Denise. Lost all momentum, catching the grass as well. You might as well just say goodbye there. Sem on the back end of Billy. Come on, Sem, make it work. DMS Gexy fighting off Fretty coming into turn 3. Sem is on the outside, Billy's on the inside. That only strings one thing to me. Pins the clock. Fretty makes a move on Gexy. He has a bit of a wobble coming out of turn 3, but he's managed to stick it. Sem on the outside, Billy on the inside, coming into turn 4. Billy's managed to get a little bit of time. Seb just looking at the front right. Oh, he's almost tanks that into destination. Oh, go on, Sam. What that's going to do is pull Fretty back into it, and Gexy doing really well to stay on the back of Fretty there. Fretty can be quite a speedy racer in F5. No battles further down the field. I mean, if we look at Bagpuss, he just seems to want to change his wing every 2 laps. So congratulations, you mate. You get the award for the most amount of pit stops. Or he just wants to change his tyres. So Sem on all over the back of Billy. Billy taking to the racing line. Sem going on the inside. Now if Sem makes his stick, this is how you're supposed to do it, Billy. This is how you're supposed to do it. But Billy gets the better line. I personally don't really like overtaking in turn 1. Unless you've got the better tyres in the sprint race, you're not really going to have that advantage. You might as well just wait, get a better exit out of T1 and just use the DRS just to get you through. Oh, Billy having a bit of a wobble there. A bit of a wobble. Gexy again on the back of Fretty. So come on, Gexy. Show the admin who's boss. Actually goes to the inside. Fretty stayed on the outside. Fretty locking up massively. Deciding that he's sick and tired of going around the track in a straight line. He wants to go around it sideways. He's now coming under attack from Nico. Nico's just going to go around the inside of turn 6. Go on, Fretty, you want to go around these corners sideways? You do it, sunshine. But nope, he's sticking to that. Now Sam is all over the back of Billy. Now Billy, he's been holding his position of P4 quite well. Sem, he's just lining him up. Sem, a very talented driver from the F1 lot, F1 crew of RLH. He's going to the outside, Billy's taking the inside. Don't do it, Sem. This is where it all went wrong for Denise. This is where it all went wrong. Oh, he's made it. It's a Christmas miracle. No, Billy's hit him. Has Billy hit him or has he just lost traction? I don't know. We'll assume Billy's hit him because he is the bulldozer. Alright, and as Billy decides to not help Sam round the corner by pushing him, but Fretty has lost position to Gexy, so a good move there by Gexy. I'm assuming on the pitch straight, it's the DRS straight, sorry. Nika slowly catching Fretty. Come under the second, so he's coming from DRS range. But Billy again on the attack on Sem. Well, I'll just have a quick sip of tea. Oh, touching that inside curve. You can definitely tell the difference. If you've got no traction control or assist, you touch that inside curve. Honestly, you're spinning right round, baby, right round. Right, so Sem seems to be pulling away. 8/10 the gap. Fretty on the back of Gexy, not close enough for a move on this one, but he's going to have DRS. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. I can only assume Skippy, the bush kangaroo, has not stayed online. He's gone offline and he's gone straight into the grass. So Nika, very close to Fretty. Now half a second. Fretty going very close. It's 8th place is the last point scoring position of 1 point. So Bogarowski needs to slowly join the party as well. Come on, Bogarowski in the old fashionable Renault. There's another good person that drives the old Renault. Yeah, 4th, but he's got a really good run there. Nika. Is he going defensive? Oh, Bogarowski sends it. Oh, Nika turns it a bit too early. Maybe just catches him. But a lovely little dive there by Bogarowski. What a little move there, you little demon, Bogarowski. Now, Fretty seems to be struggling on the tyres. Now, I can only assume they've got a pit on the sprint race. I can only assume. I mean, Bagpuss has done it twice, so he must have to. But Josh now only 2 seconds behind GI. But GI's had a good solid race, no pit strategy mess ups just yet. Fretty all over the back of Gexy. Well, I'll say all over the back of, he's about 8/10 behind. Nika looking for another move, and Bogarowski going up on the inside. Oh, he's making it, still breaking that a little bit later, but he's blocking off Bogarowski. And that is why I don't like those sort of moves, especially in turn 1. Bogarowski benefiting from this because I do believe he's got, no he isn't a DRS. So Bogarowski gaining quite well there. Gexy taking that corner a bit aggressively, a bit sideways, but he's managed to do it, took it really well. Lost about another 10th of Fretty. Billy the bulldozer sitting in P5 where he started. Josh McConaughey get a 3-second time penalty for telling the corners that they mean nothing to him. Josh 1.9 seconds, 2 laps to go. Come on, my friend, make an interesting last lap. Make an interesting last lap. You got 2 more laps after this one to make a move. Well, I think that's about as far as we can really take at the moment. Yeah. Let's just wait for the... let's see if there's going to be any mistakes. Gexy keeping P6 would be quite good for him. That'd be a good 4 points. Fretty will obviously want that P6. He likes 4 is his favourite number, I do believe. I remember reading somewhere. Josh dropping it down to 1.4 now. Come on, Josh. Put your foot down. Come on, drive that car like you run your mother over. Boy. Fretty making masses of times there, going for the DRS, going up to the turn 2 and 3. Now under a second, so this is the closest battle. Nika just out of DRS range of Bogarowski. And I'll tell you what, we will be following Josh, if he can just keep it there. GI lost a second, so he must have had a bit of a to do somewhere. So it's going to be interesting. Josh challenging for P1. He's about a second behind him. He's a really good exit here. entry and exit into the final few turns to make sure he gets that DRS. 8 tenths behind as we come to approach the final lap now. GI's done really well here, maintained the lead and got the lead from lap 1. And here we go. Oh, Josh. He's choked. He's choked it. Right, so Fretty. This will be the last chance for an overtake, I can only imagine. But Fretty goes, well, any wider, Ricky Gervais will be wearing out his jacket. But yeah, well done. He's going to have DRS. Up to 4 attempts. Fretty taking the I'm playing pretending like I'm drunk approach, and DMS falling for it because he's just lost a heck of a lot of time there going through turn 3. It's going to be some sort of dive bomb if he's going to be any to try and get ahead of Gexy. Fretty switching from the inside to the outside, locking up his front tyres. Gexy going a bit deep, but still gets a good exit. Losing about a tenth as he comes to turn 6. Me with a terrible heartburn. Oh. Right, as Gexy, he's just coming around the final few turns now. Turn 7. So well done to GI and Josh for finishing P1 and P2. Would the needs get the podium that he deserved in the last race? Nope, Sem gets it by penalty, by the approach of penalty. So Sem getting a P1 and P3, so a double podium for him. And Freddy's just going to have to, well, low fuel, I can only imagine. Fretty will have to set up for P7. Bogorowski in the final point scoring position, getting the 1 point. Nika just outside the points. Basically, thank you for joining Fifi, Wesley, Philip, McConaughey, who just took dive bombs and he just didn't like barriers. Skippy, who wasn't so much online but more offline, and Bagpuss, he's had enough. It was P1, dropped down to P15. I can already hear the tears. Messages are coming through. I need help. That was a terrible race. Yes, I know it was, mate. An absolute terrible race. And Dr. Stephen, who's obviously must be at a doctor's because he's still waiting for him to finish. Typical of a doctor's surgery. But no, well done to the F2 group. I don't know if I'm doing after race interviews. I don't even know if that would work. Let's have a look. Oh, look, they're all going to me. I better have showed it. I'll tell you what. I got none. I knew to do the commentary for this stream about what, 6:15. Ready for 7? But no, well done to the F2 lot, and there will be no race after race interviews. So well done to the racers that have done really well. We'll just go for the final standings. So GI, after having that terrible pit strategy in the first race, gets P1 in the sprint, claiming 15 points. Josh, very good race, going from P15 to P2, claiming second place for 12 points. Sam getting third by the effect of penalties, claiming 10 points. Denise, who just again outside the podium, claiming 8 points. Billy the Bulldozer in P5, DMS Sigexi, great debut race in P6. Fretty in P7, and Bogorowski getting P8. So well done to them all, and we shall see you next week. Maybe me, maybe someone else. Oh no, that's yeah, whatever's on the screen, you can see it. We'll go from there. Anyway, thank you very much.